Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baik, sebelum acara dimulai, saya akan mengabsen para peserta lomba terlebih dahulu. Bagi nama yang dipanggil, bisa langsung on mic dan mengatakan hadir. Yang pertama, Diana Devi.
Hadir.
Yang kedua, Agnia Ilma.
Hadir.
Yang ketiga, Salsabila Elisa.
Hadir.
Yang keempat, Hanifia Hansafida.
Hadir.
Selanjutnya, Anissa Permataning.
Hadir.
Selanjutnya, Devi Indah Syafitri.
Hadir.
Yang terakhir, Herlina Puji Ayu Salsabila.
Hadir.
Baik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Yang terhormat kepada Bapak Ferry Hardinansyah Jafar SPD MPD, selaku dosen jurusan Administrasi Niaga Politeknik Negeri Malang, serta sebagai juri lomba Speed Contest kali ini. Yang saya hormati peserta Speed Contest Art and Culture Exhibition 2021, serta yang saya banggakan seluruh fungsionaris Himpunan Mahasiswa Administrasi Niaga Politeknik Negeri Malang. Sebelum memulai acara yang sudah kita tunggu-tunggu, alangkah baiknya marilah kita berdoa menurut agama dan kepercayaan masing-masing. Berdoa dipersilakan. Berdoa dapat diakhiri. Pada lomba Speed Contest kali ini, kami menghadirkan Dewan Juri yang sangat istimewa. Beliau adalah Bapak Ferry Hardinansyah Jafar SPD MPD, selaku dosen Bahasa Inggris jurusan Administrasi Niaga. Mari kita sapa terlebih dahulu. Selamat pagi Bapak Ferry.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi teman-teman semuanya. Semoga kita selalu
Bagaimana kabarnya Pak?
Alhamdulillah baik.
Sehat selalu ya Pak.
Alhamdulillah.
Terima kasih Bapak Ferry. Kan sudah ngomong panjang lebar kan nggak afdol kalau saya belum perkenalkan. Baik, perkenalkan nama saya Bunga Amanda Juniorwati, biasa dipanggil Amanda. Saya selaku MC pada acara pagi hari ini sampai akhir nanti. Sebelum memulai perlombaan, saya akan membacakan ketentuan lomba dan aspek penilaian yang sudah disampaikan pada saat technical meeting. Tapi saya akan membacakan ulang sebagai reminder bagi para peserta. Ketentuan lomba dan aspek penilaian. Yang pertama, peserta wajib hadir di room Zoom meeting selama 30 menit sebelum acara dimulai. Yang kedua, peserta akan dipanggil selama 2 kali. Apabila tidak ada tanggapan, maka akan ditampilkan pada urutan yang terakhir. Yang tiga, peserta tidak diperkenankan membawa teks pidato dan wajib untuk menyalakan kamera dengan memperlihatkan setengah badan. Yang keempat, peserta wajib menyampaikan pidato sesuai dengan tema dan ketentuan. Yang kelima, peserta diberikan waktu minimal 3 menit dan maksimal 3 menit untuk menyampaikan pidato. Apabila terjadi kelebihan atau kekurangan waktu, maka saat penampilan akan ada pengurangan poin. Untuk peserta akan di-reminder melalui kolom chat Zoom apabila waktu kurang 1 menit dari waktu penyampaian speech, yaitu 5 menit. Yang keenam, juri menilai penampilan setiap peserta dengan kriteria penilaian yang sudah diberikan. Yang ketujuh, juri akan memberikan review atau komentar kepada para peserta setiap berakhirnya penampilan peserta. Yang ke-8, peserta yang sudah tampil tidak boleh keluar dari room Zoom meeting terlebih dahulu. Yang terakhir, peserta harap memastikan bahwa koneksi internet lancar. Langsung saja saya akan bacakan kriteria penilaian. Yang pertama, indikator tata bahasa, kriteria ketepatan kosakata, ungkapan, dan tata bahasa dengan bobot penilaian 1-20. Yang kedua, konten, meliputi pembukaan, isi pidato, dan kesimpulan. Isi pidato sesuai dengan tema yang sudah diberikan, dan manfaat pesan dari pidato tersebut dengan bobot penilaian 1-20. Selanjutnya, penguasaan bahasa secara fasih, ketepatan dan pengucapan yang jelas, intonasi, kejelasan suara saat menyampaikan pidato dengan penilaian 1-30. Yang terakhir, penampilan, ekspresi saat menyampaikan pidato, kesesuaian gestur, dan penggunaan waktu dengan bobot penilaian 1-20 dengan total bobot penilaian 100. Itu tadi ketentuan dari aspek penilaian dari Lomba Speech Art and Culture Exhibition 2021 kali ini. Tanpa membuang waktu lagi, langsung saja kita mulai penyampaian speech dari para peserta. Sebelumnya para peserta diharapkan untuk on cam ya. Oke, langsung saja kita saksikan penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 1 atas nama Andena Devi dari 1AD3 Bahasa Inggris. Apakah sudah siap?
Sudah siap, Pak.
Baik, untuk atur posisi terlebih dahulu ya. Langsung saja dimulai. Apakah konfirmasi suara ya sudah terdengar apa belum?
Sudah, Pak. Tes.
Baik, langsung saja untuk Andena Devi dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu and greetings from my senior, judges, and also my friends. My name is Adriana Devi Wulandari, and on this occasion, I would like to tell you on how to adapt to COVID-19. As we all know, the COVID-19 has been a very huge disadvantage throughout almost half, even more, part of the world. It causes so many deaths, and people lose their job, lose their loved ones, even sometimes themselves. And it's very horrifying. You can see the news, the media, the government sharing infos about it, of how terrifying it is. And you can see clips in the news of showing how they suffered, how they have seizures, and suddenly the seizures stopped, and there they were, their lifeless body on the hospital bed. Now, we wouldn't want that to happen to us, neither to our surroundings and our beloved ones. And that is why I will guide you a little bit on how to adapt to COVID-19. As we all know, we have health protocols, and with that health protocols, we can use it as a daily routine. If we do it routinely, it will become a part of our life, and it will become a part of daily routine. For example, you can minimize going out, but if you do need to go out, you can wear your mask at all times, stand 5 feet apart from each other, and please do not exchange stuff with your friends because the virus can spread that way too. Wash your hands every now and then, carry hand sanitizer. Just be cautious around you because even though you feel healthy, sometimes you can carry the virus without showing any symptoms. There are a few acts that I personally do that might encourage others to do the same. It actually depends on how your mindset is facing this pandemic. I usually exercise every morning, and yes, I do minimize going out, but even if I need to go out, I will carry my hand sanitizer everywhere, and if my friends forget to wear hand sanitizer or wear masks, I would just tell them to wear masks, and I will give them my hand sanitizer here so that we can protect each other. Like I said, you can carry the symptoms without you even knowing. You wouldn't want your family or even your surroundings to get COVID of not you knowing that you are carrying it. Because during this pandemic, I've learned that this chaos showed our true colors. It reflects us so much that we show our ego so much too. We became careless to each other, and we think like, as long as it doesn't happen to me, so why should I care? Well, as you can see, the numbers are decreasing, but it sometimes increases too. Why, you may ask? Because ignorant people like those that causes the spreading that goes rapidly again. And since then on, I started to realize that the main problem is not the pandemic itself, it's us. We are the ones who is letting this pandemic spread really quickly, really rapidly. And that is why I'm asking you to join me to stop this spreading. And we might stop this pandemic. We might stop risking other people's lives. Because if it's not us, then who else will? That's all from me. I'm sorry if there are mistaken words. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih penyampaian speed dari Anda Devi. Untuk Bapak Ferry bisa memberikan komentar atau masukan untuk penampilan dari peserta dari nomor urut 1. Silakan
Okay,
Bapak.
thank you very much for your presentation. And for Adriana Devi, your technique is quite really good, but sometimes you need to emphasize the point that you want to say to everyone. For example, when you are proposing some points that needs to be done or conducted by the others, you need also describing what is the important on that point. Then the presentation is really good, and only maybe you can choose or using headset without handling the microphone so that you can focus on your mimics, and also you can freely express your ideas. That's I think. Thank you very much.
Baik, terima kasih Bapak Ferry atas masukan yang sudah diberikan pada peserta pertama. Oke, langsung aja kita saksikan penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 2 atas nama Agnia Ilma dari 1AD4 Bahasa Inggris Komunikasi Bisnis dan Profesional. Apakah sudah siap?
Yes, yeah.
Oke, kita saksikan penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 2 dari atas nama Agnia Ilma. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Agnia Ilma Sajida, and you can call me Alia. I'm from K4 English Language for Business Professional and Communication. So now, in this occasion, I want to talk about how to adapt COVID-19. So first, we must know about what is COVID-19, its name of place or its name of word. No? Oh, big no, I think. So I think no one do not know about this. So COVID-19 is large family of virus in China, and then the causes illness ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases. And then COVID-19 is attack so many people who have respiratory diseases. So we must take care our health, and we must take care our health is so important for now. But not only about the taking care our health, we must know how we can adapt COVID-19. So I have a word for this part that is simple. SIMPLE. What's that meaning? Okay, so S is search the information. From the trusted search, we must search the information for the trusted node, right? We must search the information that is just truth information like fact or fake. Okay. For other information, not only about the COVID-19. And then next is A. A is improve our skills. In the pandemic, we only stay at home, so and then we do many activity, but it's online, right? Not offline. So now we must improve our skill for IT, like example that in online class or webinar class, right? Like this. And then next is that is manage what we think. I think it's talk about the don't be overthinker. Let's be the positive vibe. Don't think about the negative thing, but because it can be easy to get post COVID-19. I think that's it. And then next is L, that is a learn to adapt. Learn to adapt. We talk about when we do online class, we use Zoom, Gmeet, and others application, and we must adapt with it. So we must improve our skill in IT. And then A is mean that explore yourself. Explore yourself. It's mean that we only stay at home. So I think we must do like play some guitar, or we must do a new thing. Okay, so the next, actually, I really see my friend after pandemic, but sometimes I'm going to meet with my friend. So how do I apply the protocol, health protocol with my friend? First, I use mask. Okay, it's basic. It's basic. So we can keep our health, keep our body from virus, right? And then second, I bring hand sanitizer, right? And then lastly, I please keep social distance in a public place. We must keep social distance, right? And actually, next topic is, so what we are learning about this crisis. I think so many we can learn about this crisis, but mostly important is about how we can take care our health or our body for, like, I mean, eating some food, healthy food like vegetable or fruit, and then we can do some sport like this. And then I think masks not only do in the pandemic, not only keep our healthy our body from virus, but we must use masks before pandemic or after pandemic because it's very important. And then, at last but not least, the conclusion, I think is the simple conclusion. Let's learn to adapt pandemic and more aware of our healthy. Thank you. That's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih atas penyampaian speech dari Agnia Ilna. Untuk Bapak Ferry bisa memberikan komentar atau masukan untuk peserta nomor urut 2. Silakan, Pak.
Hello, Agnia. Your presentation is really simple, but this is really understandable by proposing simple point. So everyone will catch what is the point from your ideas, right? So I mean, this is really important when you are proposing some things and giving a clue that everyone is really to understand and really to know and do that. So it's good. And the other ones, maybe for the vocabulary that you say, you may using another words. Then at last, I think the time is really this is 5 minutes. It's already 5 minutes and it's almost done for 5 minutes. Jadi kalau misalkan Anda presentasi, tolong jangan mepet di menit yang kelima. Jadi menit yang keempat itu sudah, kalau bisa sudah menekankan ide-ide Anda gitu. Maksudnya konklusinya sudah diberikan. Itu saja. Thank you very much.
Baik, terima kasih Bapak Ferry atas penyampaian komentar untuk peserta nomor urut 2. Selanjutnya peserta dari nomor urut 3, Salsabila Elisa dari 1FD3 Administrasi Bisnis. Apakah sudah siap?
Siap, Pak.
Baik, bisa atur posisi terlebih dahulu.
Sudah.
Oke, langsung saja saksikan penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 3 atas nama Salsabila Elisa. Dipersilakan.
The teacher's job is not only giving a lesson, but living in knowledge. Being teacher and student in this pandemic era are not an easy job to do, but all of us should be consequent in this condition. Well, good morning, coach and friends. My name is Salsabila Elisa, and I'm going to tell you short speech about how adapt with COVID-19. It's been 2 years that COVID-19 has continued. I didn't think that this pandemic would run rampant all over the world. In the past, the danger virus, such as flu virus, did not change human life. But now everything has changed. Everything has to be run by the rules. And I thought that this pandemic would last a short time, but I was wrong. Are you guys aware this pandemic has changed our life? All activities carried out must comply with the health protocol because this world has been hit by a deadly virus. The death rate is increasing very quickly. When I saw the news on television, I was very surprised. Why did the coronavirus attack so many people quickly? Almost every day, all television broadcasts the death rate escalation COVID-19 patients. This shows that the coronavirus is not a disease that can be underestimated. I hope the situation will improve quickly. From this pandemic, we can see that huge change have occurred, such as the first, pandemic makes people wearing the mask even for exercise. This makes people lazy for exercise. Indeed, the exercise is not just done outside of the house, but see, these rules affect people not to do exercise, which in fact is very important to do to keep one's immunity strong. The second, all students study from home. This has the most impact education, including myself. I feel that the online learning is very less effective, especially if there is no more attention from parents. We will definitely underestimate the learning. Is it true? Honestly, I don't like the online learning. However, even though the pandemic has changed 118 degrees of human life, we must still be able to maintain the health to avoid the attack of COVID-19. There are several simple ways to stay away the dangerous virus. The first, avoid growth and keep healthy lifestyle. If we can take care of our own health, then this will help the health of others. The second, self-quarantine. If you don't have an urgent things to do, you should stay at home. But don't just stay silent. You can develop skills such as joining online seminar, doing Minecraft, etc. And the third, taking much latest information and be careful of all information will make you more alert on the spread of this virus. Last but not least, always be positive thinking, wearing a mask, keep the distance between me, you, and people around us. Don't assume that with changes in our life, we can do anything. I'm Salsabila. Hopefully we can pass this condition soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Salsabila. Your presentation became the representative from the almost all of students that we love offline learning actually. So your points also really awesome, and maybe the way you give the introduction is also really good. So maybe you only need to increase or maybe using the other techniques on the other next events. Thank you, Mbak Salsabila.
Terima kasih, Pak.
Terima kasih Pak Ferry atas penyampaian komentar dan masukan dari peserta nomor urut 3. Selanjutnya kita saksikan penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 4 atas nama Hanifia Kansafida dari 1BD3 Bahasa Inggris. Apakah sudah siap?
Siap, Kak.
Bisa atur posisi terlebih dahulu. Langsung saja kita saksikan penampilan dari peserta nomor urut 4 atas nama Hanifiyah Kansafida. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, honorable of the judge and all of the audience. First, let's say many thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who give me a chance and health together in this place. Salawat and salam unforgettable sent to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Also, I would like to say thank you very much to the committees for giving me an opportunity to speak in front of you all. Good morning to the respected lecturers and my dear friend. Today, I'm here to speak about how to adapt with COVID-19. You all know, right, if COVID-19 is really a major shock to the world. Right now, we are still facing the pandemic. So many victims died because of this virus. Maybe all of us already bored with the situation. But we should know this pandemic will only end successfully with our self-awareness. As we know in this situation, COVID-19 really slowed down our productivity. One of them is the learning system. The COVID-19 pandemic has created the large disruption of education system in human history, affecting nearly 1.6 billion learners in more than 200 countries. Closures of schools, institutions, and other learning space have impacted more than 94% of the world's students' population in Indonesia. The Ministry of Education and Culture already issued various policies related to the adaptation measures for new habits, especially in the field of university. Based on the following discussion, we know if COVID-19 has changed the way we live, communicate, and do anything. The kind of example that I said to move people to act is by leading our community to always cherish of every meeting and hone our teamwork ethics. We learned many things during this crisis. The examples are about healthcare, preventive action against the pandemic, and it can restore humanity too. Because every people will always care about individual health and others. Thus, we should be working together against this pandemic, especially by successfully spreading COVID-19 vaccination, because vaccination is one of the most effective ways to deal with this current pandemic situation. In other ways, how to adapt to this current situation is by always wearing a mask when outside the home. We must wear a medical mask or cloth mask with at least 3 layers, according to the health standards set by WHO. Physical distancing or always maintaining to stay away from the crowds when in public place. Wash our hands with water and antiseptic soap before and after doing some activities, or we can use hand sanitizer. Taking a shower and changing clothes immediately after doing some outdoor activities or after interacting with many people. And there are still many positive ways to adapt with COVID-19. With those strategies that I already mentioned, I hope there are any changes that can be achieved. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak in front of you all. Sorry if there are any mistakes. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baik, untuk Bapak Ferry bisa langsung memberikan komentar atau pasukan untuk peserta nomor urut 4.
Okay, thank you very much, Mbak Anifa. And your ideas is really good, but I get some points related to your ideas on strategy to be used for adapting on the pandemic situation. But your the idea is really good, but maybe there is some something that you need to increase. Your expressions really stuck on the text, so that you always read and read. So please use your expression to emphasize the point. So please don't stuck on the reading point. That's it from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Terima kasih Bapak Ferry atas masukan dan komentar untuk nomor urut 4. Selanjutnya kita saksikan penampilan peserta nomor urut 5 atas nama Anissa Permataning dari 1D dan 3 Administrasi Bisnis. Apakah sudah siap?
Sudah, Mbak.
Bisa langsung atur posisi terlebih dahulu ya. Oke, langsung saja kita saksikan penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 5 atas nama Anissa Permataning. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Imagine the coronavirus will not disappear from this earth. Imagine if you call them gather out the house and just stay at home. Imagine that you used to talk to many people and then turn into a quiet person. Imagine if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend but you are separated by distance. Honorable ones, the juries, the participants of speech contest, and all audiences. Before I begin to this deliver speech, I would like to give my greatest thanks to Allah, who has given us mercy and blessings without stopping in us days, hours to hours, even second to seconds. And also, let's deliver salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the brightness. My name is Anissa Permataning. I'm from class 1B Business Administration. Today, I will explain to you how can we build a mindset in forming new habits in this era. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an era where students are required to determine or build their own path towards the desired future. According to a report from World Economic Forum, it is predicted that there are 5 million types of jobs will be lost or destroyed in 2022. That is, the entire educational process in the previous years doesn't have to adapt to the new types of jobs that will emerge. In this era of disruption, only the most agile and able to adapt quickly will survive. There are several things to build our mindset. First, we must realize that in this era, people tend to get sick easily because of the virus that is spreading. Therefore, we must be able to maintain a healthy diet. Maybe this seems easy, but in fact, it is difficult to do it consistently. So, you can start by weighing in the nutritional content in the foods you eat every day. Make sure all the daily nutritional needs of the body are met properly and in balance. Second, use your time to be productive. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed many things, one of which is the place and time of work. One tips that can be done to stay productive while working from home is we can make a daily schedule. There are many activities that we have to do, such as reading book, exercising, or cooking, and others. 3, use the technology to support productivity. We are currently in era of revolution industry in 4.0. In everything. We can learn anything through YouTube. We can meet and discuss via video call, and we can promote our business through social media. So how do you choose to stay at home to lie down, or stay at home but you still work and be productive? Ladies and gentlemen, that's all my speech all today. If I have a mistake, please forgive. I hope it can be useful for all of us. And thanks for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih atas penyampaian speech dari Anissa Permataning. Untuk Bapak Ferry bisa memberikan komentar atau masukan untuk peserta nomor urut 5. Dipersilakan, Pak.
Okay, thank you very much, Anissa Permataning. You have already have great introduction and then describing awesome ideas, brilliant ideas for us to do something, and then that's great. But some little thing that you need to remind, there is some words which is there is some words that maybe misspelling or you are wrong to be spoken because you are still worried, or Anda masih grogi atau bagaimana melihat apa yang sudah disampaikan teman-temannya tadi, dan Anda terpaku dengan konten Anda sendiri. Bagi teman-teman ya kan, tidak hanya Mbak Anissa ya kan, saya melihat di nomor urut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ya, namanya mungkin this is your first time or not? Ini pertama kali atau bukan?
Is this my first time?
Oke.
My first
Ya,
time.
jadi awalan yang baik sebenarnya. Maksudnya gini, karena kita di sini masih masih dalam kondisi online, ya kan, dalam situasi online yang mungkin kita masih bisa untuk membaca, ya kan, duduk, ya kan. Tapi kalau kita nanti di dalam sebuah forum berdiri dan juga kita tidak menggunakan apa-apa, ya kan, tidak menggunakan media apa-apa, ya kan, semuanya sudah kita pelajari dan kita simpan di benak kita, di otak kita, ya kan, sehingga akan terlihat secara penuh ekspresi yang kita sampaikan. Jadi tidak apa-apa, ini adalah awalan yang baik. Nanti di event-event selanjutnya, ya kan, kita bisa memaksimalkan bahwa walaupun dengan online pun kita bisa kita melakukan speech contest ini dan Anda bisa memaksimalkan ekspresi, ya kan, ekspresi dari tiap apa yang ingin Anda tekankan kepada pendengar Anda. Itu. That's the point. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Bapak Ferry. Selanjutnya kita saksikan penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 6 atas nama Devi Ira Syafitri dari 1JD3 Administrasi Bisnis. Apakah sudah siap?
Sudah siap, Kak.
Bisa atur posisi terlebih dahulu ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable judge, dear my friends who participate in this competition, and my loving brother and sister. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and the Merciful, all praises be to Allah, the Lord of the world, the Master of the day after, the Creator of everything in this universe, where He has no partner. He also gives us such deeply enjoyable, particularly faith and healthy comfort. Hence, we could attend here in the situation. Ladies and gentlemen, to live in the world is to adapt constantly. A year after COVID-19 pandemic has emerged, we have suddenly been forced to adapt to the new normal, such as work from home setting, parents homeschooling their children in a new blended learning setting, lockdown and quarantine, and the mandatory wearing face masks and face shield in public. The Indonesian government creates some health protocols and guidelines to face COVID-19, include first, wearing face mask or face shield. The government recommends to use double masks that are medical masks and cloth masks. Second, wash our hands with flow water and soap at least 20 seconds. Third, doing physical distancing at least 1 meter from other people. Third, stay away from the crowd. And the last, decrease the mobility if there's no urgent interest. Ladies and gentlemen, the impact of this pandemic show the improvement time by time, because fatalities and the lost materials are getting bigger. Not only give some impact on health, but also give some impact in economic, education, and social life. This impact causes some worries and difficulties to the people because it brings some changes to our life. In dealing with these worries and difficulties, we can do some activities such as first, equip ourselves with a knowledge about COVID-19, such as about the danger, the spread, the education, and etc. Second, collect the accurate information so it can assist in taking preventive action through the credible and trusted sources such as from World Health Organization and the Indonesian Ministry of Health. Third, manage individual and family anxiety by limiting exposure information that makes us feel more depressed or anxious. And the last, maintain a healthy lifestyle like doing exercise, get enough rest, and eat a healthy food. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic brings a lot of challenges to our life. However, there are some valuable lessons learned from this pandemic, such as first, we can improve our skills and learn new skills that we're interested in. Second, we can have a lot of time with a family. Third, we can get some knowledge about technology. And the last, we can have more awareness about our health and lifestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to keep spirit and stay productive because we don't know when will this pandemic end. We have to comply the health protocols, although the COVID-19 cases are starting to decline. Don't be careless and obey to the health protocols. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's completely enough for me to respond. The wrong utterances are just by limitation of my ability. So I beg your pardon. Finally, I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Devi Indah yang sudah
Oke.
menyampaikan speech-nya. Untuk Bapak Ferry bisa langsung menyampaikan komentar atau masukan. Silakan Pak.
Okay, thank you very much for Mbak Devi Indah. You are really confident enough to speak in front of us and presenting your ideas. So from the beginning to the end is running smoothly, and maybe just a little advice from me. Maybe in the next event you need to provide or suggest or doing another techniques on describing your ideas. So the ideas is really good and need some more what is it? I mean, jika Anda bisa memberikan sebuah manfaat yang dilakukan, ya kan, contoh, kemudian apa manfaatnya, kemudian implikasinya saat ini, itu lebih bermakna, ya kan. Jadi lebih dalam, ya. Itu saja dari saya. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Bapak Ferry atas masukan dan komentar yang telah diberikan serta nomor urut 6. Nah ini peserta nomor terakhir dan tetap semangat ya. Dan langsung saja kita saksikan penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 7 atas nama Herlina Puji Ayu Shalsabila dari 1BD4MP. Dipersilakan.
Saya izin berdiri ya Kak, biar lebih leluasa.
Baik. Satu presisi lebih dahulu ya.
Sudah bisa terdengar?
Sudah.
Sudah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and how are you today? I hope you are healthy. Okay, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Herlina Puji Ayu Shalsabila. You can call me Herlina. I'm number 7. Okay, first of all, pray and thanks to our God who has given us his mercies and blessing us, so we can attend in this program without any trouble and obstacles. Secondly, my salawat and salam are always delivered to our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has guided us from the darkness to the brightness in this world as well as in the next world. Thirdly, I don't forget to say thanks very much to the committee and jury who has given me opportunity to deliver my speech under how to adapt with COVID-19. As you all know, it has about 2 years that our country has been trapped by the COVID-19 pandemic. Everyone is required to stay at home and working at home. Everyone is having trouble doing activities as usual. But I'm standing here and I will tell you how to adapt with COVID-19. Curious, right? Okay, how to adapt with COVID-19. The first, always use a mask when doing activities outside. By using a mask can minimize the spread of COVID-19 through the air and droplets, and then don't forget to change and dispose of the mask frequently. The second, wash your hands with clean water, especially if you have just been activity in public place. If there is no clean water and antiseptic soap, you can use hand sanitizer as a substitute. Third, keep a distance. Keep the distance from other people and stay away from crowds when doing activities in public place. And lastly, living a healthy lifestyle every time, every day, and everywhere. Namely, eating nutritious foods, doing physical activity, and preparing enough sleep time. Okay, I will give you, for example, I'm a class president in 1B marketing management. I always remind my friends to wear masks and physical distancing, and always exercise diligently, my friends. My friends have also been worried about this topic, but I assured them by saying, don't worry, as long as you wear a mask, wash your hands, and diligently maintain a healthy lifestyle, everything will be fine. The conclusion of this COVID-19, we all learn that we must have a healthy lifestyle. Okay, that's all for me. If you found many mistakes, please for me. Thank you for your attention. And last, I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih atas penyampaian speech dari Herlina. Meskipun peserta yang terakhir, tapi tetap semangat ya. Langsung aja Bapak Ferry bisa sampaikan komentar atau masukan dari nomor urut peserta ke-7. Dipersilakan Pak.
Oke, thank you very much for Mbak Herlina ya kan. Paling semangat sekali ya kan, karena Mbak Herlina ini she is really brave to be different ya kan. She is really brave to be different. Yang lainnya duduk, yang Mbak Herlina sendiri yang berdiri ya kan. He wants to emphasize her expression ya kan. Jadi dia ingin menekankan ekspresinya. Kemudian what she is saying from the beginning to the end is running well, but you need, I only advise one thing, please improve your pronunciation ya kan. Jadi itu aja dari saya Mbak Herlina. Thank you very much for your presentation, walaupun presentasinya di paling akhir di nomor 7, tapi tetap paling semangat. Oke. Terima kasih.
Ya, terima kasih Bapak Ferry. Nah, itu tadi penampilan peserta dari nomor urut 1 dan sampai 7 tentunya sangat luar biasa. Dan saya mau tahu dong kesan pesan dari para peserta. Siapa ini yang mau bersedia untuk menyampaikan kesan pesannya? Mungkin dari nomor urut 1 bisa menyampaikan kesan pesannya.
Ini merupakan experience pertama saya sebenarnya juga kalau speech, and I didn't know that I lacked so many points there, but dari situ bisa belajar. Jadi untuk selanjutnya misalnya ingin lomba lagi, bisa mengoreksi lagi. Sekian. Thank you.
Baik, terima kasih dari peserta nomor urut 1. Mungkin dari nomor urut peserta 2 bisa menyampaikan kesan pesannya.
Ya, kalau dari saya sih sebenarnya nggak jauh beda dari nomor urut 1, karena ini juga pengalaman pertama saya. Jadinya dari sini sih saya bisa belajar kayak gimana caranya ekspresi yang benar, terus habis itu pronunciation-nya juga, terus cara ngatur grammar atau kata yang harus kita ucapin gitu. Ya, itu aja sih. Terima kasih.
Selanjutnya dari nomor urut 3 bisa menyampaikan kesan pesannya.
Ya, kesan pesannya sebenarnya agak deg-degan, cuman ya dari sini kita bisa belajar lebih percaya diri, public speaking-nya bisa ditingkatin lagi ke depannya, ya gitu.
Oke, terima kasih. Selanjutnya dari nomor urut peserta nomor urut 4 bisa menyampaikan kesan pesannya.
Kesan saya nggak jauh dari seperti kayak nomor urut sebelumnya. This is my first experience too. I got so many things to learn, kayak meningkatkan skill public speaking, ekspresi, serta meningkatkan kepercayaan diri.
Terima kasih. Untuk nomor urut peserta bisa menyampaikan pesan-pesannya mungkin.
Kalau pesan dan kesan, menurut saya Saya juga bisa lebih banyak belajar dari teman-teman bagaimana cara public speaking, dari ekspresi, and I think it has a lot of participants, but this kind of this competition. Thank you.
Terima kasih. Selanjutnya dari nomor urut 6 bisa menyampaikan kesan-pesannya.
Jadi ini juga pengalaman pertama bagi saya. Jadi rasanya kayak deg-degan gitu. Tapi ya di sini kita bisa belajar mengenai bagaimana melatih kepercayaan diri kita selama public speaking. Kemudian banyak belajar dari teman-teman yang juga ikut dalam kompetisi ini. Jadi sama-sama belajar.
Baik, terima kasih. Nah, ini yang terakhir nih, yang tentunya semangat sekali ya. Nah, bisa menyampaikan kesan-pesannya nih untuk speech contest kali ini.
Ya Kak, jadi pengalaman sekarang ini gimana ya, rasanya campur aduk gitu. Soalnya kan saya itu daftarnya paling akhir, paling telat, itu aja baru dihubungi. Jadi persiapannya ini baru malam minggu, tadi malam, terus latihan sampai malam sama ayah. Terus gimana cara ngatur ekspresi dan lain-lain, padahal waktu latihan itu udah bagus katanya ayah, tapi tadi kok rasanya agak kurang gitu, apa mungkin itu ya, apa kurang percaya diri. Tapi kalau speech contest dalam bahasa Inggris ini pertama kali sih, tapi kalau bahasa Indonesia pernah beberapa kali gitu. Jadi ini kalau lomba pidato dalam bahasa Inggris, wah ini bisa nambah pengalaman saya gitu. Terima kasih.
Semangat sekali ya, usaha tidak mengkhianati hasil. Nah, selanjutnya itu tadi kan pesan-kesan dari para peserta. Nah, selanjutnya apakah ada pesan dari Bapak Ferry mungkin untuk para peserta nomor urut 1 sampai 7?
Oke, terima kasih Mbak Amanda untuk waktunya ya kan. Ini saya udah lama nggak mengajar kelas 1 ya kan. Ini peserta ACE ini kan semuanya dari administrasi niaga ya, benar?
Ya.
Dan oke, saya kalau melihat seperti ini itu seperti menemukan emas di gurun ya kan. Menemukan emas di gurun karena tidak semua mahasiswa yang ada di administrasi niaga itu tertarik dengan hal seperti ini ya kan. Tidak semua orang memiliki sebuah ketertarikan pada bahasa Inggris ya kan. Apalagi Anda di sini sudah mau ya kan, apalagi mendaftar kemudian ikut bergabung di acara seperti ini. Kalau Anda bisa melakukan hal ini secara kontinu, saya yakin dan percaya Anda akan menjadi seorang yang gimana ya? Saya menjadi seorang yang terbaik. Maksudnya gini, Anda sudah mulai 3 hal ya kan. Yang pertama, be different ya kan. Jadi hal yang sangat jarang yang sekarang terjadi itu menjadi orang yang berbeda. Maksudnya bukan berarti berbeda itu aneh ya kan, bukan, tetapi menjadi orang yang unik ya kan, memiliki kelebihan yang lain daripada yang lain. Kalau intelektualnya sama tapi berbeda dengan yang lain. Makanya tadi Anda kalau misalkan diminta saran mulai nomor 1, 2, 3, dan 4 rata-ratanya hampir sama yang sebelumnya ya kan, memiliki kesamaan tetapi tidak menonjolkan sisi perbedaannya ya kan. Memang kita itu memang lebih mudah untuk menonjolkan kesamaan daripada perbedaan. Tetapi yang saya maksud bukanlah hal yang buruk atau bukanlah hal yang tidak baik, tetapi hal berbeda dalam hal kebaikan, itu maksud saya. Jadi unik. Kemudian yang kedua, be confident ya kan. Nah, untuk Anda yang masih kelas 1 ya kan, untuk Anda yang masih kelas 1, ini awal yang baik ya kan, sudah berada di sini itu tidak semua ya kan. Saya belum lama, tetapi dalam kurun waktu 4 tahun ini saya lihat mencari seseorang yang benar-benar confident di administrasi niaga, terutama non-English department ya kan, non-English department. Kalau anak yang jurusan bahasa Inggris sih mungkin karena biasa ya kan, di kelas sudah dapat ya kan, tapi yang di non-English department apalagi di jurusan D3 administrasi niaga atau di 4 manajemen pemasaran itu sangat-sangat langka ya kan. Nah, jadi saya menemukan hal-hal yang langka di sini. Kemudian yang terakhir ya kan be a hero ya kan. Be a hero itu apa? Menjadi pahlawan ya kan. Saat ini tuh menurut saya pahlawan itu tidak hanya orang yang berjuang ya kan, berjuang berdarah-darah seperti itu. Tapi ketika Anda sudah berani melakukan sebuah kompetisi ya kan, itu adalah Anda siap menjadi seorang pahlawan, berjuang ya kan, sudah siap antara menang dan kalah. Kalau misalkan di sini bukan masalah menang dan kalahnya ya kan, tetapi bagaimana kita mengasah kemampuan kita agar menjadi lebih baik lagi, lebih baik dan lebih baik lagi. Ini kelas 1, saya yakin dan percaya ketika Anda lulus nanti Anda sudah memiliki 3 hal tadi. Menjadi seorang yang berbeda dalam hal kebaikan, kemudian Anda juga PD-nya juga lebih daripada yang lain, dan yang 3, Anda sudah menjadi pahlawan bagi diri Anda, keluarga, orang-orang terdekat Anda, dan orang-orang yang ada di sekitar Anda. Thank you very much, Mbak Amanda.
Oke Pak, terima kasih. Nah, itu tadi adalah pesan-kesan dari Bapak Ferry. Semoga kesan-pesan ini bisa bermanfaat bagi para peserta untuk kedepannya. Nah, saya ucapkan terima kasih untuk para peserta. Saya ucapkan kalian itu luar biasa sekali karena udah kelas 1 masih sudah sangat luar biasa dan confident banget ya Pak. Nah, untuk kesimpulan kali ini, semoga acara ini bisa lebih baik ke depannya. Tak terasa sudah di penghujung acara. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan terima kasih atas kehadiran dan juga partisipasi dari para audiens dan juga fungsionaris Himpunan Mahasiswa Administrasi Niaga Politeknik Negeri Malang. Atas seluruh panitia penyelenggara, kami mohon maaf bila ada salah kata baik yang disengaja maupun tidak. Baik untuk para peserta tidak keluar dari Zoom meeting ya, karena akan ada sesi foto. Oh ya, baik, akan saya infokan untuk para peserta bisa menunggu hasil pengumuman pada tanggal 6 November 2021 kala dalam acara webinar. Jadi dipastikan untuk peserta untuk menghadiri acara webinar tersebut. Nah, untuk selanjutnya akan saya pandu untuk sesi foto bersama. Kepada panitia petugas, silakan. Oke, akan saya pandu. Boleh bebas. 1, 2, 3. Mungkin satu lagi. 1, 2, 3. Baik, terima kasih untuk para peserta dan Bapak Ferry yang sudah menyempatkan hadir. Oke, langsung saja akan saya akhiri. Terima kasih. Untuk para peserta, jangan lupa absen ya di room Zoom chat. Baik, wabillahi taufik walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, saya izin live dulu ya Mbak Amanda.
Pak, terima kasih nggih Pak.
Oke, sama-sama.
Semoga sehat selalu nggih Pak.